Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Pastor Ron. Today we're talking about the mystery of the Psalms. The mystery of the Psalms. If you're watching, make sure you're watching, share, type your name where you're watching me from. I want to know where you're watching me from. I see those of you that you want to join me. I'm live and direct on Facebook. I'm on YouTube and on Facebook. I'm live and direct. The mystery of the Psalms. I'll be talking about the prophetic service. Yes, type your name, type your country, type your name, type your country where you're watching me from. I'm not going to be long. I see you. How are you doing? How are you doing? Not Jack. She says she's from South Africa. Yes. This is Psalm chapter 5. I've talked about Psalms 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a video on the internet I've done. Psalms 1, 2, 3, and 4. Should I be talking about Psalms 5? And this Psalm chapter 5 is powerful. Yes. Yes. We should just, so if you're online, make sure you watch and share. Yes. Yes. I'm fine, yes. How are you better? Jesus, I'm fine. Watch and share. Click here to join. Share. I'm not going to be long. It's going to be like a very short message. A very short. A very short message on Psalm chapter 5. I've already preached a message on Psalm chapter 1. Powerful revelation on Psalm chapter 1, the book of Psalms. Now I've preached another one on Psalm chapter 2. And I'm going to be talking about Psalm chapter 5. And those of you that have not gotten your 2020 prophecies, you want to get it, let me know. You WhatsApp me, say, man of God, I want to get the 2022 prophecies. I want to know what God is saying in my life in 2022. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what God is saying in 2022 concerning what I see. And I will write down your prophecy. I'll write it down. Where's that book? I think I have the book here. Check the copy. I think I have the book here. Yes. There's the book. Prophecy, Dreams, and Vision for 2022. It's powerful. I write down your prophecy and I send you what the Lord is saying. Then I also send you the black anointed beads for 2022. Some of you have been forced to take any vaccine that they're forcing on you. When you wear this black anointed beads, you wear it in your hand, you take the vaccine, not happen. Make sure you have that 2022. Special for 2022. Yes. Some of you yes, better once. What's happening in the notes? You share the one-on-one with me. Where's my daughter? It's my WhatsApp. WhatsApp me, that's my number. Say, I want to know what happened in 2022. I prophesied already a lot of my sons and daughters. Shalom, daughter Teboko, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing, my daughter Teboko? This book is powerful. One of my daughters. This is my daughter. Shalom, daughter Simone, how are you? Yes. Shalom, daughter Simone, I see you. I see you. Type your name, which country you're watching from. So I'm going to be very quick. This message is going to be very fast. I want some people that are agile. Greetings, Simone. Yes. Yes, Shepherd, my son, how are you doing today? I'm going to, this is, those of you that you have been following my teaching on the Psalms, this Psalms, I'm going to be giving the mystery of Psalms chapter 5. Psalms chapter 5. And this will open your spiritual eyes. It will make you this night, your life will not be the same again. Yes, my son, how are you doing? After this message, your life will not be the same again. I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to be long. Some of you have sent your dreams for interpretation. I see some of your dreams. Send those dreams again, because like I said, I'll be interpreting dreams. Some dreams I can type on your phone, but certain dreams I cannot type it because to interpret those dreams is too long. If I start to type those dreams, I will not do anything. I'll just sit down and type dreams the whole day. So if you send me dreams to interpret it and I've not interpreted the dreams, don't complain. Send it again. Send it again and say, man of God, I want you to interpret this dream, because you know interpret the dream. Yes, I'm excited. I see you. Type your name and your country. I want to know where you're watching me from. Type your name and your country. I want to know where you're watching me from. Which part of the world you're watching me from. Which part of the world? Which part of the world you're watching me from? The eye of the scorpion. Yes. Hi there, this is Prophet Pastor Ryan. I greet you. Today will be coming one of my songs that I wrote many years ago, and this song has been my spirit for many years ago. I'm going to sing this song now. I hope it's going to be a blessing to you. It's a short song. It's going to be a blessing to you. It's going to be a blessing. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Our Father who art in heaven, oh, hallowed be thy name. Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Amen.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yes, I'm back. Yes, shalom, my daughter Kani. How are you doing? Yes, type your name, your country you're watching me from. I was talking about this book, 2022 Prophecy. Is very powerful. Make sure you get it. One of my daughters got the book. She wrote to me, she said, man of God, this book is powerful. Not only that, prophesy. I give her, there's a place after prophecy, I write your prophecy down to you. I write down what you need to do. I give you action. One, at least them 1, 2, 3, this is what you need to do in 2022. I tell you clearly what you need to do. Most of the things I need to do, some of those things, they will fix those prophecies. They will hasten the prophecies, and they will perfect the prophecies. The Bible says when Joseph made Pharaoh, he told Pharaoh, there will be 7 years of famine and 7 years of increase of high harvest, and there will be 7 years of hunger. And he told Pharaoh, this is what you need to do. Go and build a barn in every province. In the 7 years of blessing, of harvest, make sure you put in, you take all wheat. He says, Egypt will be blessed because people come from all over to come and buy wheat from you, because there will be hunger all over. And there was hunger in all the countries. They suffered famine, drought. And when that time came, Pharaoh saw, he awarded Joseph. He said, Joseph, you be one of my governors. God is still speaking. Yes, my daughter Toko, God is still speaking. Yes, your time is coming. Yes. Your name is on that list. This month, I'm going to do dating, marriage, and intimacy conference. This time will be like never before. I'll put a specific time I will answer lots of questions, because I know the most impressing things is questions and answer. I'll be answering lots of questions about your relationship, your marriage, your partners, your fiancés, those of you that plan to get married, those of you that divorce. What happens? How to manage conflicts, how to deal with extended family, how to deal with the in-laws, how to do those kind of things. Those are deep prophetic things I will show you. I want to speak something. What are the secrets of marriage? The deep secrets about marriage. Never mix ministry. They don't go together. Yes, my daughter said no surprises. Don't mix intimacy and ministry. They don't go together. I see some of those marriages where you see the pastors, they put photos that they're holding their wife, kissing their wife in the photo, this, and they're in the ministry and in the church. Ministry, let me tell you, marriage is a different thing. Ministry is a totally different thing, especially for men of God. You see this marriage of this lady called Lucy Natasha with this man, this Carmel. They're going to go through a lot of struggles because of what they're doing. I'll send her my daughter a message, that Lucy, to tell her she must calm down. Don't take photos in church. You're holding your husband, kiss your husband, standing like that, holding this, kissing this man. It's not going to last. Because you're taking something that is holy. Intimacy is holy. The part of this body from year to year is for beauty. Your hand, your elbow down is beauty. From your knee down is for beauty. Beauty means that's the part that you can show. That's the part that you need to keep. From your neck upward is for beauty. That's the part you can display to the world. You can show it. You can display, you can show your neck up, from the elbow down, from the knee down, you can show it as beauty. Keep that part clean. That's why I tell men, cut your nails, keep your nails clean. Cut your hair, keep your hair clean, because it's for beauty. You can show it to the world. You must show the glory of God. Speak, keep it clean. From your knee down, trim your toes. I know some men, they don't even cut their toes. You look at the toe of the guy, the man, and say, what kind of toe is this? That part is for beauty. Meaning there's no law against the law. There's intimacy. There's a law about intimacy. The law of intimacy doesn't govern those parts. Now, from your elbow up is for intimacy. From your knee up is for intimacy. From your neck down is for intimacy. The moment you take an intimacy has a law, it functions on one principle, is governed by one principle, is governed by privacy. Because intimacy was created by God and is holy and is governed by privacy. So you can't take the intimate and start exposing to the whole world to see. So when you share this video, you say, shut up. I mean, that conference is coming, some of you see. You see, the moment you start to show that, you're inviting trouble. And that's where most people don't mix intimacy with ministry. Not the same. Don't mix with ministry. Intimacy must be done in a private place. That's why it must be done in a place where it's private. Because it is holy. And for holiness to work, you need privacy. I see now all of these social media or TikTok now, people are going crazy. Then the second thing. Ministry is ministry, intimacy is intimacy. Those two things are separated. Ministry is for the world to get. Ministry is not intimacy. It's two different things. And what is going to happen is that, especially that lady, that Lucy Natasha, how you people will see what happened. I mean, pray for God. They're going to struggle. Because I'm mixing intimacy with ministry work. It doesn't work that way. You need to separate the two. There's intimacy which is godly, which is holy. It comes in privacy. That's why I say even some prophecies need to be private for it to work. That prophecy that if I don't prophesy privately, it will not work. Because prophecy is holy. Some things I must say privately. If I say publicly, nothing will happen. So we begin to share. Don't mix intimacy with privacy. Intimacy with marriage, with ministry. Intimacy is intimacy. It should be done in privacy. Get this book. Those of you that are going to be on that list. That list, how to. Most of the time, most couples, they are fine with each other. I love this man. He loves me. We are living together, but it's the family. The family is giving headache. The problem is not even with the man, nor with the woman. You can come to the house, the husband is sitting like this, the wife is sitting like this. So what's happening? Is your husband have given you problems? Say no, there's no problem with him. He has a husband. Is his wife giving you problems? Say no. What's happening? The in-law. The deep prophetic of what to do with the in-law. How to be blessed by the in-law. Yes, some of you type your dreams. This message will continue. There's a Psalms chapter 1 that I did. Psalm chapter 2. It's a deep mystery about Psalm chapter 2. Psalm chapter 3 is a deep one. The Psalm chapter 4 I did. Today I'm doing chapter 5. The book of Psalms. I told you, the book of Psalms is a book. I can't read the whole book of Psalms in a go. I cannot read it. It's too strong. The Psalms. Because I said the Psalms is not to be read. The Psalms is a song. It's actually songs, Psalms, the Elim. There were songs that David wrote. So it's not like a history book. The songs that David wrote, and some other right people wrote it also. Not only David, but some other people wrote it. Wrote the songs. They composed it actually. So David was like a composer. Let me put it that way. So someone they wrote the songs, they brought to David, and David composed them and made music out of them. It's not a book like Daniel, not a book like Genesis. No. That's why I say the Psalms. When you read the Psalms, you meditate on the Psalms. Sometimes I can read. That's why I only do a video for one chapter, small chapter like this. Sometimes this chapter is just small. Sometimes only like 10 verses. It's too strong. It's too strong. This one that the book was send your dreams on WhatsApp. Some of you that want private prophetic 101, privacy, that things that I cannot say publicly. Yes. Private prophecy 101. Right? If you say, man of God, I want to know what happened in 2022. That's why I write a prophecy that I give you sometimes. I don't only prophesy, I give you instruction what you need to do. Yes. Okay, Teboko, just stay. I will get your dream. Yes, Catherine. Yes, yeah. Oh, I have moved to background. Okay. Allow me to go through this your dream, my daughter. This is my daughter Teboko. Yes, I've seen your dream. I'll go through it. I have it on my phone. Don't worry. I'll go through it, but I want to first lay the foundation of this psalm because before I start to talk about what's happening, so we begin to share. I told you all my sons and daughters, the evangelists, begin to evangelize. They see the prophecies I'm giving, how it's coming to pass. That's my daughter that had a powerful testimony. Then my daughter in the US, when she called me in the middle of the night. That times I don't sleep. One of my daughters called me yesterday at 1 a.m. in the morning. My phone rang, called me, said I have an emergency. This my daughter called me in the US at 12 in the night. Called me again. And I said, what's going on? He said some people are calling him asking for money. He said he owes money. I asked him, I said, what? I said, let me go to the mountain tomorrow. I'll come and tell you what I see in the mountain. She said, okay, tomorrow I'll go to the mountain. I said, it's fine. I went to the mountain, I came back. I looked at that lady. I said, I saw in the realm of the spirit. I said, I looked. I said, this woman doesn't owe any money. There's an error in the system of some company that is pulling up her name every time. Her name is coming as if she owes money, but she doesn't owe any money. I came down to the mountain. The evening I called her, she said, what happened? I said, I saw it. So I said, it's a system error. There's a place where some people are working. And when they click on the system, your name comes as if you're owing money. But you're not owing any money. She says, no, she can't remember who she's owing money. I said, you know, the system, the system error keeps coming up as if she owes money. She told the man of God, what must I do? I told her, share the 101. You are going to see the power of the eye of the scorpion. That error will be cancelled within 24 hours. She shared that prayer 101 with me. I prayed. She cried on the phone. She cried. She wept on the phone. I told her, wait, just go. From that day up to today, those people have not called her again. And the error have cleared in the system. That's what she wrote to me like someone. She says, this is like they were calling her every day, like 5-6 times a day. From that time I prayed up to today. Her phone, those people have never called her phone again. And I sent her testimony out on WhatsApp. The system cleared after prayer. Eye of the scorpion. Somebody type out of the scorpion. Now, these Psalms is strong. Some of you need to take books, pen and paper, begin to write. Make sure you get this book, 2022 prophecy. Make sure you get it. Make sure you get it. I want that you don't have any surprise. If you start 2022, if you're starting a year in first of date, people start to say 31st of December, let me prophesy. No, 2022, you start preparing now for. It's not what you are doing now. to each one. Powerful. Powerful. What are the things to show that you know now? I don't know. And you must wait for December. No. What you do, the New Year resolution, what you need to do in 2022 is written clearly by God, comes from the name of God. Tell you this is what you need to do. The Bible says before Moses went anywhere, when I asked God, where we should go? God says, okay, I'll tell you, now go this way. Moses come and tell you, let's go this way. This is what God has said. So that if you go in the place where God did not send you, the enemy will kill you. Because you are working with that protection. Some of you to get, and those that things that are going to be in that conference, dating, marriage, intimacy. I saw a dream about them. Yes. Where's that my WhatsApp? Make sure you get this book. It's very powerful. I also send those of you that have not gotten dating, marriage, intimacy book. I also send it to you. The time has come for the prophetic. Yes, the eye of the scorpion. Yes, I'm seeing things. So my daughter Teboko, this year. Yes, this is your friend. This is your friend. Catherine, pray for her. Pray for her because I see someone telling you to pray and cover that your friend. I don't know where she is, whether she's far from you or close from you, or she WhatsApp her, you can email her. You know her email, write to her, says she must pray because this kind of warning dream can be a dream of something like an attack on her. So God is telling you to intercede. You know this is December, and you know what happened in the period of December. You'll be hearing very soon. Bosses will be falling, jumping up the bridge and falling down. Because this is the way the principalities and powers they act. The principalities and powers, the one that cause death in nations. These are the times we hear about earthquake happening in places. Because they need that blood. They need to fill that blood bank, those demonic forces. So this your friend, pray for this your friend. This dream is a warning dream about this your friend Catherine. Say this your friend Catherine is at the risk, it's a risk of facing danger. But you must pray and cover. No, this one about yes. Yes. Yes, that dream about the house is a dream about your life projects. It says though it may be shaky, but it will stand. That dream about the house, building a house, is a dream about your project in life. So to talk about these psalms, I'll go deeper in that dream. Some of you type your dreams. If I did not interpret as I received a dream, I don't know if my daughter, that was daughter. If I did not interpret your dream, type it again or interpret it because there's a lot to do in one type of dreams, like 50, 60 dreams that I receive. Sometimes I tell them, just send it online, I'll interpret it. It's good to interpret it like this. So pray for that your friend Catherine. That's all I want to say because it's a warning that her life will be in danger. This Psalm chapter 5. Some of you make sure you get your Bible app open because I will not be typing. You need to type it. Let me tell you what happened in Psalm chapter 5. When David came back from war, they defeated the Philistines, they came back. And the time when Saul was killed and Jonathan died. When David came back, there were rumors inside the camp, inside the place that David is not supposed to be king. And somebody came and started slandering. There were some gossipers, slanders, lies. What they were saying was that Samuel never anointed David. That whole story that David said Samuel came to the house of Jesse and anointed him, that story is not true. And that Absalom, his son, started saying, no, he is the one that's supposed to be king. Yes, I see you. Yes, my daughter. Yes, this is powerful. Yes. She says, I saw my, yes. I'm in my knees and I yes happen to share the teachings you teach. Yes. Yes, don't go for the initiation of Sangoma. Those Sangoma, they will put spirit inside of her that will end up killing her. They will put spirit of her that will drive. Those spirit in her will start to talk to her. If she goes to that thing, she'll end up committing suicide. There was one lady here in Cape Town delivered her from that spirit of Sangoma. She went many times for initiation, many times. After the spirit started attacking her, she tried to commit suicide 3 times. Her friend saved her the last time she put a rope on her neck. Her friend was just coming in the room and saw her and saved her life. She would have died. When she came and I started seeing, you can see how the spirit was moving inside of her as I was praying for her. From that time, she stopped. But she said she wanted to be a Sangoma. Be careful about those kind of spirits. Because it's not about just a title that is Sangoma, it's which spirit is behind it. So when David came, those people they have used their mouths to destroy him. So they were saying it's a fake king. Yes, it's exactly what they say. Yes, that lady. I want to talk about that lady used to run like a mad woman. She would just jump and start running like people are chasing her. For many years, she couldn't sleep at night, just to sleep. The spirit will make her body, her temperature will be hot. You think there's fire inside her body. When she was delivered, she couldn't get a job for many years. When after I got delivered, she started working. She's working for this courier company, this Jeff Bezos thing that is doing in Cape Town. She now found a job there. I saw her working in town. She was so happy when she saw me coming from work. I said, "That you working?" She said, "No, I'm working. I'm working now. I found a job in this call center." And she was fine. She was fine. When that spirit attacked her, she used to cry like a baby. She would weep. You ask her, "What are you crying?" She will cry. There was a time she had an emergency. She went to hospital. They thought she was going to die. You don't know what happened to her. Her head. She had a migraine that they thought her head was going to explode. The doctors could not find anything. The doctors discharged her the same night. They said, "No, go back. We don't understand what's wrong with you." She said her head is going to explode. Migraine from demons. So that's why in Psalm 1 he's talking about the scornful that beware. Blessed is the man that does not stand in the counsel of those scornful, the wicked. Those people, the scornful, what are the scornful? The scornful are those people that mock other people. You do something, they just mock you. You want to preach, they laugh at you. They laugh at you. Those are the scornful. And most of the time they're lazy, they don't do anything. And then they are the sinners. What are the sinners? The sinners are the people that miss the mark. Meaning they want to go this way, but they miss a mark. But the wicked, the evil one, the wicked, are the ones that plan evil. Meaning those ones you should not even come close to them. Meaning they go and orchestrate. Even your office, there are people that go and plan evil things. You hear a big problem. You ask, where is this problem coming from? But there's somebody behind it. When there's ever a problem, even in the office, find out who is behind it. And so some of the time, the easiest way to know who is behind it is to find out who is going to benefit from it. That person is the evil one. He's the one. Sometimes people go and send emails. Sometimes even go and tell other people about stories that are not true. And then they create a big problem. Those are the evil ones. Meaning they're not just scornful. Scornful people are just lazy people. They just look at other people doing things. They don't do anything. Most of the time they'll say it will not work. If you want to I want to start a business, it will not work. Let's do this project, it will not work. If you start to do something, they laugh. That is scornful. And most of the time, you ask them, why are you not looking for a job? I don't. They say there are no jobs. You say, no, have you applied? No, I've not applied. Have you have a CV? No, I don't have a CV. So how are you going to get a job? You say, no, people say there are no jobs. That's what I say in the radio. They say there are no jobs. You say, but how? What does that mean? You have not applied for a job. What do you mean there are no jobs? These are the scornful. And when you go to a job, they laugh at you. They mock anything you do. Even this ministry, when I was preaching, I started preaching. So my colleagues used to laugh. So how are you preaching? Why are you preaching? Preaching about what? No, do accounting, do this thing. I said no. And now that the one looking for me, they say, man of God, pray for me. I'm so stressed. But the wicked one are the ones that really plan out. Those are the people that plan genocide. If you look inside the system of apartheid system had the wicked ones. That were the ones that were just the sinners, the ones that were just making problems. But they had the one that engineer how to torment people. That created a system how to hang somebody so that the neck would cut before the body person dies. How to create a system of killing somebody quickly. Those are the wicked. Those are the ones. Yes, who is that? Jaboko says, that's true, prophet. Let me see. That's true, prophet. I remember that things happen in my work. Yes. Yes, she's writing. Yes. I remember things happen in my workplace. Yes, she's saying, yes, that's true. Very true. Better. Oh my God, Father, that is true. Yes. Yes. Yes, some of you know these things. So David had those three people that were after him. There were the scornful people that were laughing at him whether he was a mad person. They were the sinners, those ones that were just, they didn't know, they were not following the things of God. And then they were the wicked that want to kill him. They were planning all these things about David. One of the things they said about David was that when David came back from war, one of his soldiers, they died in the war. When that soldier died, David came back from war. Afterward, David took the wife of that soldier as his wife. It was not against the law, because as long as your husband is alive, you cannot get married. When your husband passes away, you can get married. But the slanderers, the scornful, the liars, when I said David is the one that killed that soldier, that he killed that soldier because he wanted a wife. And so the news came that, David knew that the only way he can get a wife is to kill the soldier. So David killed that soldier in battle so they can come and take the wife of that soldier. That's why they were looking for David to kill him. They said, David, they will kill him. And David ran up the mountain. He fled. A king fled up the mountain, and 12 priests took the Ark of the Covenant and followed David up the mountain. And David was hiding from Absalom, called Absalom, and David's wife, and some other people. And the priests, the Sanhedrin, the people that were creating the laws, when David was writing everything concerning the laws, they destroyed every writing of David. They said, no, don't want to read anything about David because David is not a believer. He's not a child of God. Those are the things that the same thing that was happening. That same spirit is happening today. Those are the people that go and insult TB Joshua every day. They insult this prophet every day. That this prophet is a fake prophet. David was saying he was a fake king. He said, not supposed to be king. That whole king, God did not anoint David. And Absalom was saying that he is the one that was supposed to be king. And David fled. When David fled up the mountain, some of the priests that followed him, the high priest, and went there and opened like a small place of worship there. And David started singing songs, composing songs up that mountain. The songs. Those songs are most of the things you see in this Psalm chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. One of the songs is chapter 5. So this is song. This is song. Psalm chapter 5 is a song composed by David. That's what David says for the leader of the Nehiloth. He says, I'm writing this song to the leader, for the leader of the Nehiloth, a psalm of David. This chapter 1. So David is saying, this psalm I'm writing to a Nehiloth, the leader of the Nehiloth. There were 12 priests, and among the 12 priests, 8 of them sat and they started composing. They were playing different instruments. So they were experts in different instruments. The Nehiloth was a type of music, a type of instrument that produced a type of music that sounded like bees. Like if you hear it, yes, Absalom was wicked. Yes, Absalom was wicked. Absalom wanted to take the position of his father. So this psalm is a psalm that applies to each and every one of you. I will tell you why. The Nehiloth is a kind of music you use and is played on an instrument. That's called a Nehil. The Nehil means like swarm of bees. It sounds like many bees. If you play the instrument, it's like bees are flying. So this leader of that Nehiloth, the one that was mastering that particular branch of music, David composes music for him. And why was it like bees? Because the problems that David was facing was like swarms of bees that were following him. So this, I don't know in your life, that at times you face problems from every direction. Sometimes it's a marriage, sometimes it's the children, sometimes it's fees, sometimes it's finances, sometimes it's family, sometimes it's finding his house, sometimes it's fine. The people that they have funeral every month. That's a Nehiloth kind of problem. Somebody type Nehiloth. Nehiloth kind of problem. The problem is coming from every direction. You don't know where to turn. You want to go this way. David was facing that kind of problems. That's why David called him like a swarm of bees. Like he was being chased by bees. He was chased by the wife, chased by the priest. He was chased by the Sanhedrin. He was chased by the Philistine. He was chased by Absalom, his son. He was chased by the military. The soldiers that went to fight with him, they said, no, David is a bad person. Everybody was looking for David to kill David. He fled, went up the mountain to hide. Yes. Yes. And there was a psalm he wrote. See, these are the psalms. He said, give ear to my word. He says, he was talking to God. He said, God, give ear to my word. Hear the meditation of my heart. Ah, this is powerful. This is powerful. It means even when I cannot talk, the thing that is burning in my heart, let God hear it. Some of you are going to get that kind of grace where there are prayers that you cannot even utter. Have you ever had problems where you cannot talk? When they ask what is happening, you just shake your head. Explain to us, you cannot explain to anybody. Talk, you cannot talk. And David was this kind of thing. David was sitting in that kind of position where he was just, things were going like that. That's the song David was writing about how what happened. They were asking David, what is the problem? He couldn't talk. The ones he could talk, he could talk. The Nehiloth kind of problems, problem for every direction. But this night that you are going to be delivered after this message, the prophetic is going to rise in your life. I know some of you want to sow in the ministry like never before, but you're having a Nehiloth problems. I know I'm a prophet. Some of you have that desire to sow, but having Nehiloth like bees problem that chase you from every direction. And you want to have the desire, you want to sow. That's Nehiloth, that Nehiloth trouble. The bees that are the many troubles will be broken tonight. He says, yeah. He said, hear me cry, my king. So hear the cry of my heart. David was crying. Say, hear the cry of my heart, my king, hear the cry. Another word for king is called judge. He says, you are my judge. What's God say? What you are my judge, meaning you are the one that you are on my side. When God is your judge, it doesn't mean that it's like a judge that's standing there. You need to make there's no case. When God is your judge, it means He's already on your side. It means there's no case against you. So that David was saying, you are my king, hear my cry, be my judge, be the one to judge. Because David could not kill his own family. And then he says, hear my voice, O Lord, in the morning. Yeah. Some of you should get a revelation in the morning. One of the sages will ask, why do you pray in the morning? Let me tell you, the prayer in the morning is very powerful. Because the morning is a time when God starts to bring judgment upon your enemies. When God wants to punish your enemies, He starts in the morning. And when you pray in the morning, that prayer is very pure. Morning prayer. That's why most people cannot pray in the morning. But the morning prayer is the purest prayer. Because when you pray in the morning, the words that you speak, when it goes to the realm of the spirit, God doesn't, because when the words go out, He weighs your words and see your deeds. But in the morning, you wake up in the break of day. You don't have any deeds, your deeds are zero. There's no action. For the day, your deeds are zero. But your prayer becomes powerful because there's no negative deeds you've done. So if God wants to weigh your prayer has got full capacity to do a lot of things. Some of you to pray in the morning. In the morning, early in the morning, that's why Abraham got up early in the morning to pray. Early in the morning to pray, that's why he saw Sodom and Gomorrah burning. That's how he woke up. Powerful. Somebody type morning prayer. Pray for every direction. Yes, Mother Tebuku. I know I'm a prophet, but you need to break it. So I destroy this power from the hill to my life. Those beasts, I scatter them. I will act by faith. Yes. Yes. Jesus. Yes. He says, yeah, I pray in the morning. When you pray in the morning, it's pure because he doesn't weigh your prayer against your deeds. There's no action. Then in the evening, when you pray, you start to pray. He asks you, but that man that came to ask you, did you help this person? You that other person that did you treat this person nicely on the day? You start to weigh your words against your deeds. The prayer in the evening is difficult. But in the morning, there's power in that prayer. That's why David says, early in the morning, I will rise and praise you. Early in the morning, before I do anything, I'll rise and praise you. Morning prayer, yes. Morning prayer. I need to get a mixture of morning prayers. It's here in this chapter. Get up early. You don't even if you're going to the shower, going to early in the morning, going to take a shower, start to pray. You pray the short prayer. You say, Lord, be my judge. Hear the cry of my voice. Hear the desires of my heart. Bring it to pass. Then David says, you are not a God that desires wickedness. You are not a God that desires wickedness. That's what I was singing. See, you're a God, you don't like wickedness. He says, the wicked cannot abode in your camp. It means he's telling God that those wicked, what are the wicked? The wicked are the ones that plan evil, not just the one that make little mistakes. No, the people that miss the mark, that little mistakes, they are the ones that the Bible call them as sinners, and that the ones that are called as scornful. The scornful is the ones that laugh at you, but the wicked ones are the evil one that plans things. Those are the people that go and dig a hole and put a coffin with your picture inside that coffin. There are people that go and put padlock and lock you and say you never get married. There are people that lock your womb. And you're going from place to place looking for food for baby, you cannot get a baby. Those are the evil ones. And David said, those ones, they cannot come in your camp. It means that God is going to scatter them wherever they are. It means there's a boundary, there's a limit. The moment they try to enter that boundary, they cannot pass. They cannot pass. Yes. Morning prayer. Somebody type morning prayer. Psalm chapter 5 is powerful. Morning prayer. Some of you think in your company, those evil people last forever. No. Soon they'll disappear just like that. You get up one morning, you find out they're no longer there. Soon they'll be gone. Those evil people that you see, that time is very short. The Bible says God doesn't like them. He will not allow them to abode. That means they will not stay in that place for long. They will pack their bags somewhere and they say they're going. I remember there was one evil manager in the office. Everybody was scared of that manager. One morning I came and I prayed. I prayed this prayer in Psalms. I said, Lord, what's happening? You say, will not allow evil to abode in your camp. Take action. One morning I came. They told me I was not in that meeting. They said that evil manager came to the meeting and wept and told them that today I'm resigning. I'm leaving this company. They said, what happened? He said, no, I'm not staying here again. He said, somebody chase you. Is there a problem? He said, no, there's no problem. I'm just leaving. She started feeling the heat, the fire of God. So they cannot abode in your camp. When you sit in your office, you create an atmosphere around you. An atmosphere of righteousness. This morning prayer. And David says, I will come to your temple and I will bow to you and I'll worship you. Let me tell you something why David said that. Because in the temple, there's no rule against bowing. Meaning there's no way in which you need to bow to God in the temple. That's the only action that there's no. But there's a way of prayer. There's a way in which you need to sing. There's a way you need to dance. But when it comes to bowing to God, there's no rule. And what David was saying was talking about first fruit. So I will bring my first fruit to you. My best fruit, and I will come and bow to you and I will thank you inside your temple. Why is it coming to the place? He's saying, because I see your holiness. The Shekinah glory is inside. And the Ark of the Covenant that brought the holiness of God was inside that temple. And some of you may find yourself in a place where it's not even holy. But the Shekinah glory. The Bible says when Ezekiel was in Babylon, he saw an image that looked like a man that had 4 heads, that had a foot that was like a wheel and had 6 wings. And those 4 people, they were attached. Each of them were joined with each other by wings. And because they were joined using wings, he said they could move in every direction. He said on top of it, he saw sapphire stone. On top of the sapphire stone, he saw the throne of God. He saw the glory of God, the Shekinah glory of God. And Ezekiel was what Ezekiel wanted. I said, what is the glory of God doing in Babylon? The glory of God was supposed to be in the Ark of the Covenant. How come the glory of God has left the synagogue? It's now sitting in Babylon. It says because Ezekiel was there. The holiness of God was inside. Wherever children of God are, the glory of God can be inside your company. Yes. I'm talking about the glory. It can be inside your company. It doesn't matter which kind of company. It can be inside your business. It can be inside your family. You can bring that Shekinah glory of God. I told you. You can bring the Shekinah glory wherever you go because of you. That glory that was in the days of old, that Shekinah would appear in your office. It will bring order and it brings structure. Then David said, so God said, God, Lord, lead me through a righteous path. Say, lead me through a righteous path. Say, don't allow the wicked to get me, to catch me. Because there are people that are setting traps for me. That's what David was saying. You know, that people set traps for you. The people that they set traps, they want you to fail. They are praying for you to fail. They send you an email, they want you to make a mistake. David was saying, Lord, lead me through your righteous path. What does that mean? It means, let me not stumble. Let me not stumble. Let me not fall. Righteousness, hold my hand, not fall. Let me not stumble. Holding the hand of God, because he will lead you through his righteous path. Yes. Individual powerful. Yes. Hallelujah. So it's a morning prayer. Morning prayer. Yes. Yes. Whatever you do, how you go in life, whether you fall, you make a mistake, you stumble. Let me tell you, our believers will make mistakes. As believers, sometimes we miss the mark. Sometimes we hear the voice of God late. Sometimes we are driven by our own desire. But no matter what happens in life, hold the hand of God. Just like a child. Sometimes a mother can come and give the child a big lash. That child will cry and say, come back and hold the mother. No matter what you do, no matter what you do, don't let me go. It's a powerful message. That should be a prayer every day. God, no matter what happens, I will continue to hold your hand. I'm going to let you go. David was saying, slander. David was accused to be a fake king. Matter of fact, they were saying David was not supposed to, they were supposed to kill David. People say all kinds of things about me. I hold the hand of God. Hold the hand of God. As I'm holding the hand of God, I'm going to the right direction. Yes, remain standing. Yes, remain standing. Because let me tell you something. See, when the Spirit of God, Shalom, my son, how are you doing, my son? Yes, my son, don't go. I see you. I see you. How is South Sudan? How is Juba? I see you. Make sure you get that 2022 prophecy. 2022 prophecy. I've sent you the link. God is going to bless you and your family. When demons take over a person, especially when they start to walk in it, their eyes start to see differently. That's why certain people, you ask yourself, I don't know what I've done to this person. The way the person just hits me, the way the person just treats me, it's like I've done something bad. I don't know what I've done. No. Demons take control of the eyes. So the way they perceive you is not the way you are. So you can do something good in their eyes is bad. But because God is a righteous God that holds your hand, even if when they look at you, perceive you bad in the eyes of God, you are good. In the eyes of God, you are blessed. In the eyes of God, you are doing well. In the eyes of God, you are fulfilled. In the eyes of God. And most of the time, people focus on the eyes of men instead of the eyes of God. The whole day was saying, it says, I bow down to you. Say, lead me through your righteous path. Take me through your path that is right. Because in the eyes of God, He sees you as His child. He sees you as a child. The value that you have is very high. Don't miss day 2 tomorrow. Don't miss part 2. I told you this message is loaded. All those Nehilot kind of attacks. The Nehilot attack where you have troubles coming left, right, center. You don't know which one to solve. One of my daughter called me and says, Man of God, I just woke up with troubles. I didn't know my husband went and borrowed money. He borrowed lots of money and now I have to pay that money. I don't know what happened. One of my daughter was in Ghana. I prophesied to her. I told her, look, my daughter, act very fast because things are about to go very rough. She said, what happened? I said, I'm telling you, things are going to go very rough, very fast. Make sure you act fast. I said, because what is going to happen? She wrote to say, Man of God. I said, what is happening? She called me in the night. That her husband came in the night. The day after I gave that prophecy. And told her to leave the house. That I don't want to see you again. Took all her bags. Chased away from the house. She called me. She was crying. And what I see, I said, my daughter, I told you that it was so. Something I need to do up the mountain for this man. She said, no, the man just came back, took her back, took her clothes, everything, threw out of the house, told her not to come to this house again, never ever to see me. I said, her husband, there's a spirit that's possessing. It's a spirit. She said, I don't know what's happening. I told her. That's why you hear the prophetic voice of God. You should act very fast. And I'm going to do something for her up the mountain. She's going to go back. You hear her testimony. She'll go back to that marriage. That man will take her back. And that man will going to love her even more than before. His heart is going to be changed. The soul of every human being belongs to God, not belongs to the person. No matter how stubborn the person is, the moment it comes to the prophet of God, the eye of the scorpion, no matter how stubborn you can say this person is stubborn, that person will change. Because emotions lie in the soul, not in the body. So the emotions that you have, that your husband have, your wife have, if I go to the realm of God, I call your soul up, that emotions will change it. Tomorrow, that man that was very arrogant will become very humble, will be prayerful. Tomorrow, that man that said that was fighting, I will shout in the man, become very, very gentle. Because the soul of every human being belongs to God. God has control. It's like he has a remote control. He controls all those souls. It is his soul. And the prophet that God calls it will come to pass. I'm out of time. I don't want to be more than 1 hour. God bless you. God bless you. Join me tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow. Those of you that are facing marital problems, make sure you get my name on that list to join that conference. Dating, marriage, intimacy. Those of you that want to get married, those of you that have a relationship problem, life will not be the same again.